change. Real quick, what Rod talked about, and actually we'll talk about it with Chad LaRose, friend of the program, number 59 in your hearts. Hurricanes legend joins us on the Adam Gold Show, and we are checking in on the Hurricanes playoff run in the Stanley Cup playoffs. What was your favorite part of last night's game, sir?
Oh, man, I got to go to Martinook's shorthanded goal. You know I like shorties. That was phenomenal. And then, Freddie having to go side to side a lot on those late power plays, making those big saves was pretty cool, too.
Yeah, it was great. One of the things that Rod talked about in the press conference after the game, because he was talking about there were so many plays that Martinook made.
Yes.
But the play at the very end, right? You have a face-off to the left of Andersen. Stahl doesn't really win it, but Martinook wins it, right?
100%.
And then he holds on to it and gets it to Jarvis.
Yeah, and those are things that don't go on the score sheet, right? I learned that early on playing with Roddy and Eric Stahl. Like, it's not always the center winning the draw. Wingers better jump in. I remember if it was a 50-50 puck and I lost it, brind'amour would be giving me that eye. So those were big things. The one he laid on his butt, and I thought he got tripped. But then he made the pass into Jordan. It was a little in front, but like kind of the wheelhouse. I was sitting watching the game with my girlfriend, and I was like, "Do you know how hard that is?" So. Yeah, he played great, man. He's always blue collar and engine for the team, man.
So, this is going to sound patronizing, but he reminds me a lot of the way you played. So, what is it about these games that speak to players like Jordan, players like you?
Yeah, because it's more of a ratty type, grind type game in the playoffs, and he plays it so well, right? I mean, those were times to shine because all the little things are amplified, right? Mm-hmm. So when you do all the little things all year, they really show up in the playoffs because that little thing that you're doing saves a goal or a little play that might get overlooked in the regular season. But when you're dialed in like he is on every little thing, then it gets amplified, and it shows, right? I mean, you don't win the game without him yesterday because not only New Jersey came out great, right? Yeah. They came out putting pucks at the net, and their D were coming down the walls and creating the forecheck and keeping it in zone, and we bent, but we didn't break, and that's a testament to him always staying with his game. Martinook does, always plays pretty much the same way, always.
Chad LaRose is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. Hurricanes have a 2-0 series lead. When you're watching games, can you hear Rod brind'amour in your head?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when the camera goes to him, after the first goal, there was like a cluster at the bench, right, with the change and stuff. Yeah. And Orlov was kind of like, what do I do? There's 4 guys, right? And you could see after that goal, Roddy, the veins were coming out of his head, and then he chews that gum like it's a piece of titanium. And so he's intense, man, and you don't know whether it's sometimes even when they're winning, you're like, they talked about it on the sportscast. They were like, and the Carolina Hurricanes, they'll be happy. Rod brind'amour will be happy with game 1 win. And you looked at Roddy, and they even said, well, I mean, he doesn't look like he's happy, but so he's always on to the next thing, right? He's always prepared and always focused. So, yeah, I mean, there's nobody better.
It's funny when he downplays everything, but there are certain players, and I've said this about Martinook. I was talking to Jordan, 2 quick conversations. One, I was having a conversation with media members during the season last year about whether or not the Hurricanes should re-sign Martinook. And I'm like, I can't close my eyes and see this iteration of the Hurricanes without Jordan Martinook because I think he embodies what the culture really is. And I never heard of Jordan Martinook before he became a Hurricane, and I wasn't really sure he was that good when they got him because I had never heard of him. But he is exactly the way Rod designs the culture of this of the way they play, not
100%,
and the leadership too. And then when I spoke with him afterwards, you could tell what it means to him. Well, it doesn't seem like that goes in any other sport. I don't think there's anybody who walks around in a Carolina Panthers uniform going, man, it just means so much. What is it about, whether it's the Hurricanes or the sport, that brings that out in players?
Man, I think it's the ultimate team sport, right? There's no individual play like that. Some guy's not shooting 30 shots a night. There's not one receiver getting all the targets. It takes every little thing. And man, with Martinook, I get chills watching him because he's so smart. And he keeps it simple and he makes the right plays, but he does that embodiment where it's go, 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 right? There's nothing off. There's always something I can do. That extra stride back checking, the chipping it in by the D and going to finish his checks. Those things wear on in a 7-game series.
Right.
And I think you're right. I mean, Martinook is the embodiment of a Carolina Hurricane and a Rod brind'amour type player because he's so reliable, right? Him and Jordan, I mean, they're going out. I mean, you have so many good players on Carolina, but that I'm safe when I see them out there. The penalty kill is phenomenal anyway, but when you see them out there, it's got to be nice to be like, oh, D-zone face-off, let's go. Send them, every time, right? And you just feel that comfortability. And, yeah, man, that makes it so much more important that he's part of the Carolina Hurricane organization, right? Those guys, and they embody their role and they play it better, second to nobody.
Talk to me about this too, because you played in front of a goaltender who was also similar in how he played the game. I always felt that when Cam Ward was quiet in his crease, when there was economy of movement, that he was better. Andersen's resting heart rate is 5, and he never seems rattled. And the last 2 games, he's got a save percentage of 96%. It's just insane. Yeah. But what does that do for a player in front of him?
Yeah, super important, right? Because you never feel like you're out of any game, but they're going to keep you in the games that you're not playing right. I always wondered that. Do goalies know? Did Cam Ward know, dude, we do not have our game today. I better be real good. Same with Freddie yesterday. I'm sitting there watching the game going, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. And it just calmly, side to side, make saves. And so for a team, I think the biggest thing for everybody is they can take a breath. Even down 1, and Freddie shuts the door. There's nothing he can do on that goal. And
right.
For me, it's just a real breath taker, right? And then everybody, let's get into our game. Let's get back to it. Start over. Let's go. Let's start taking it back to him. And we know that he's back there is always comforting to have. I mean, I think in playoff hockey, I think you win with great goaltending, and I think you win with rats. You have to have the skill. You have to have the playing, but the rat mentality and a Jordan Martinook mentality, a Jordan Staal mentality, I think you win games with guys like that. Obviously, you need all the other guys. I mean, those guys who make plays, the top line, I mean, they're just phenomenal. I mean, that's stuff out of my realm. But I think they have a real good team. It's a really good, you see it all 4 lines of the role playing, and man, it's exciting to watch, and yeah, I love it. So
is Seth Jarvis a rat?
Yes, and a super skilled rat.
Yeah,
so super skilled, but he is not afraid to play I mean, you saw it in the 4 Nations, right? Those are big boy games too, and yeah, man, I love his game. I love it. And Aho, he ain't afraid of nothing.
No.
those guys, Kochetkov, they come to play every day, and to be that skilled and still be able to bring the snarl, that's special.
Yeah, well, what was it like seeing Brett Pesce on the other side? I thought Pesce, that game, Carolina could have scored 4 times in the second period if 22 was still on our team.
Yeah, I
didn't like that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm like, all I'm thinking is crush them. That's what I think. Like, whatever, dude. He ain't in it. I'm thinking same thing with Nason. I'm thinking the same thing with Holla.
We all are with Eric Holla, Chad. I mean, they are not. If nobody throw him a rope, if he went overboard, not in Raleigh.
Yeah,
no, I think a lot of people.
I'm the Carolina Hurricane. Everybody up here in Detroit, how come you don't like the Red? I don't like anybody. I don't like any team. Nobody. I don't sit down and I'm indifferent. I'll watch hockey games because they're awesome and stuff like that, but I don't root for no one but the Canes. They're the only team I see. So I have no problem with that, and I love seeing my team go. And when guys were here or they leave or whatever, just squash them. Let's go.
All right, one more thing for Chad LaRose before we say goodbye. Game 3, get an extra day off, so it's not until Friday. Freddie's been great, but we also know Freddie's history. Would you roll him out there in Game 3, or would you go to Kochetkov knowing that Freddie is backing him up in Game 4 Sunday afternoon?
Oof, man, I didn't even think of it, right? That's a decision for the coaches. I mean, Freddie, you got to go to Freddie and see what he's doing, right? Because whoever plays, I think they're going to have to weather a storm early.
Yeah.
And, who's up for that task? And right, I mean, he's been phenomenal in 2 games, and it's been back-to-back, and he has only been back soon. So, that's an interesting thing behind the scenes that fans don't get to see. We don't get to see the stuff and the conversations that go on. So I'm pretty sure they'll put their minds together and go over and evaluate everything they need to do, and they'll come up with the right decision.
Hope so. And maybe there's no wrong decision. Exactly. Andersen plays well. Maybe Kochetkov, with the brightest lights that he's played under, maybe he'll play well as well. Chad LaRose, bright lights didn't scare you either, my friend. I appreciate your time. We will talk again very soon. Thank you very much for making yourself available today.
Awesome, Adam. I appreciate you guys. Anytime, man, and love what you guys do.
Hey, thanks, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Chad LaRose, 1 in a billion.
I love him so much. It's always fun.
He is super fun.
Yes.
He's not feeling any love for Brett Pesce, which it's fine.
It's okay.
Fine. It's fine. I can't
fault him for that.
I can't, but I also can't. I would not let Walt Ruff say anything negative about Brett Pesce last night during the first intermission. Like, sorry, we're positive about Brett. We love Brett. He was great last night.
He was.
The Devils played well. Yes, it was not good for us.
No.
It was bad for us. Mm-hmm. The Devils played very well last night. He was, by a million miles, their best player, and they played well. And Brett, unfortunately for him, has to carry around Dougie Hamilton, who is a liability.
He is.